There are moments in music that transcend sound and become memory. Moments when three voices rise together and suddenly the world feels smaller, softer, more connected. If you've ever closed your eyes during an Il Volo performance and felt something shift inside your chest, if you've ever stood in an arena surrounded by thousands yet felt utterly alone with the music, then you already know the magic we're about to explore. Welcome to the true story behind Il Volo, a journey that began not with fame, but with three boys who dared to dream in harmony. It started, as all beautiful things do, with a single breath. Picture a television studio in Italy, the year 2009, and three teenagers stepping onto a stage that would change their lives forever. Piero Barone, Ignazio Boschetto, and Gianluca Ginoble didn't know each other before that audition for Ti lascio una canzone, but when their voices found each other for the first time, something extraordinary happened. Fans who witnessed those early performances described the moment as watching lightning strike, as if the universe itself had conspired to bring these three souls together. Their voices didn't just blend, they completed each other, filling spaces none of them knew were empty. But the real story, the one that makes hearts ache with its beauty, unfolds in the years that followed. Fast forward to their world tour, and you begin to understand what Il Volo truly means. The name itself translates to the flight, and watching them perform live, you see why. In arenas across continents, from the ancient stones of Pompeii to the modern halls of Radio City Music Hall, their voices soar with a freedom that seems to lift everyone in the room. Many in the audience were seen wiping tears during those first notes of "O Sole Mio," not because they were sad, but because beauty sometimes overwhelms us in ways words cannot capture. Have you ever felt music like this before? That moment when a song doesn't just reach your ears but somehow finds its way into every corner of your being? There was a performance in Buenos Aires where something remarkable happened. The arena lights dimmed, and as Gianluca began the opening phrase of Il Mondo, a hush fell so complete you could hear the collective breath of 10,000 people. In that silence lived something sacred. Then, as the chorus swelled and all three voices intertwined, the crowd erupted not with screams but with singing. They sang every word back to the trio, in Italian, with such devotion that Piero later said he couldn't see through his tears. Viewers around the world shared how this performance stayed with them for days, weeks, even years afterward. It wasn't just a concert, it was communion. The beauty of Il Volo's journey lies not in perfection but in presence. During a show in Tokyo, technical difficulties threatened to derail an entire performance. The backing track failed, leaving the three young men alone on stage with nothing but their voices and each other. Did they panic? Instead, they smiled, looked at each other with that knowing glance that only brothers in music share, and began to sing a cappella. The arena, filled with people who didn't speak Italian as their first language, fell into reverent silence. Every breath between notes became part of the performance, every pause a moment of anticipation. When the song ended, the standing ovation lasted so long that Ignazio had to gesture for everyone to sit, his hand over his heart, his eyes glistening with gratitude. Which city's performance touched you the most? Can you remember where you were when you first heard them sing with such raw, unfiltered emotion? Then there are the quieter moments, the ones that don't make headlines but live forever in the hearts of those who witness them. After a show in Mexico City, the trio remained on stage long after the final bow. Fans described the moment as watching three young men realize the weight of what they carry, the responsibility and the gift of touching so many lives through song. They stood there, arms around each other's shoulders, looking out at the empty seats that moments before had held thousands of beating hearts. The stage lights cast long shadows, and in that stillness, you could feel the magnitude of their journey from those three boys in a television studio to global ambassadors of a musical tradition centuries old. There's a vulnerability in what Il Volo does that sets them apart. They're not hiding behind auto-tune or elaborate production, they're standing before the world with only their voices, exposed and honest. During a performance of Grande Amore at the Eurovision Song Contest, millions watched as they poured everything into every note. When Piero hit that final, impossible high note, the camera caught Gianluca closing his eyes, as if in prayer, as if willing his friend's voice to soar even higher. It did. The applause that followed wasn't polite appreciation, it was recognition of something rare and real. Did you feel this moment too? That collective gasp when you realize you're witnessing not just talent, but soul. Their story continues to unfold with each tour, each performance, each moment when three voices become one. What makes Il Volo extraordinary isn't just their classical training or their youthful energy, it's their ability to make ancient music feel urgent and alive. When they sing Neapolitan songs their grandfathers knew, they're not performing museum pieces. They're breathing new life into traditions, proving that beauty doesn't age, it only deepens. Fans across generations find themselves united, grandmothers holding hands with granddaughters, all swaying to the same melody, all feeling the same inexplicable pull towards something timeless. The true story behind Il Volo is still being written with every concert, every note, every tear shed in darkened arenas around the world. It's a story about three young men who chose the harder path, who could have pursued solo careers but understood that together they created something greater than the sum of their parts. It's about music's power to dissolve borders, to make Italian melodies feel like home to someone in Korea or Brazil or anywhere hearts beat to the rhythm of beauty. So here we stand, or sit, or wherever this music finds you, connected by the invisible threads that Il Volo weaves with their voices. Their flight continues, and we are privileged to fly with them. If this story touched you, if you've ever felt that inexplicable magic during one of their performances, share your memory in the comments below. Which song moves you to tears? Where were you when you first discovered Il Volo? Let's build a community of hearts that understand why music like this matters. And if you're new to this journey, welcome. Subscribe, and let these three voices carry you somewhere beautiful. Because in the end, that's what Il Volo does best. They take us somewhere we didn't know we needed to go, and they leave us changed, elevated, and profoundly grateful for the gift of song.